Hey guys, welcome back to CouchTalk, your soon-to-be favorite podcast for youth and kids sports. We are your hosts,
Sayon.
and your boy Rory.
Yes, sir.
How you guys doing today?
What up, what up, what up?
It's another beautiful day in paradise.
Hey.
And as I always say, you just got to keep lying to yourself. You eventually believe it. So today is going to be, like always, an interesting topic.
Mm-hmm.
So, we wanted to start off with something along the lines of like an old school versus new school, about like, how things were when our old asses were kids.
Yeah, man.
As opposed to these softer generation.
Real soft generation, yeah.
So, we got a couple topics to touch on that. So,
Absolutely.
We'll take it from there.
Yeah.
So, Coach, how you want to kick this off?
Hey, man, listen. One of the things that when we talking about old school versus new school, right? One of the things that tripped me out is when I was coming up.
Okay.
And I'm from Elizabeth, so if you don't know where I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey. And growing up, you wanted to play for your hometown, whether it was Park Warner, whether it was middle school, and definitely high school.
But to that though, was it more about representing or was it more about playing with your friends?
Nah, it was just straight city pride. City pride. And we had towns that was, near us that we would go into, like Linden, Newark, Rawway.
Okay.
All those people that we knew, they wanted to play for their team. They wanted to play for their town. They wanted to represent. It meant something to play for your school, to play for your city. It meant something back then. And it's like, it's washed away now with all these kids wanting to go to Catholic schools and other schools.
Private schools.
Private schools, right. And some of it has to do with the trend and parents and...
But to that though, right? If we're going to sit there, I understand what you're saying, but I think I'm going to have to disagree a little bit.
Okay.
Because the reason why I feel that way is that in most cases and if anybody has the opportunity to play for one of these schools that are then like, say, hey, the designated place for players, like, like certain players go to certain schools because they are more likely to, say, get drafted.
I'm going to say this.
So is it wrong if you are blessed with the opportunity to go at one of those schools to not take it?
Now let me ask you this question.
Okay.
When you say blessed to go to one of these schools, as a parent, am I paying for my kid to go to this school?
Well, unfortunately, not everybody's kid is a superstar. So, in some cases, you're good enough to make that team, but you do have to pay. It's the beast of the business.
Okay. I'm going to just say this. Them Catholic school, private schools, if you're that dude and they want you, they pay for you. All right, keep that in mind. So if you got to push out your money, and look, don't get me wrong. The education is probably a little better, right? It sets you up to do. It doesn't guarantee anything.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Don't guarantee anything. Even when a private school pays for you, it still doesn't guarantee your kid's still going to go to the best college. Still doesn't mean he's never going to get injured. And I don't wish that on anybody. But we speak in facts, right? We speak in facts. Yeah. So if the school is going to pay for you, by all means, do it. If you got to pay your money, if you got to pay your money to send your kid to this school, is it really worth it?
In my opinion, yeah. I mean, because at that point.
So let me ask you, because you're a parent.
Yeah, I'm a parent.
So Mason goes, tries out for Red Bank Catholic, and they say he has a good shot at making the team. You know, what do you think about, bringing him on, letting him come here? And you're excited because it's Red Bank Catholic, and you send your son there, and guess what? He's not in the rotation. He in his third year, going into his junior year. He hasn't really gotten in the rotation. He hasn't played. You ain't got no film on him, Mr. Cameraman.
Well, then.
You still satisfied?
No, I'm definitely going to have film.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I mean, but again, like, now you're spitting a one-sided scenario.
No, but that's happening.
Yeah, I understand that's happening.
That is happening. Good kids. See, this is the thing, right? Every team can't handle a whole bunch of good players. Why? Because a whole bunch of players can't play at the same time.
Yeah.
You want to go, listen.
But now hear me out, though. Are you going to deprive your kid of that opportunity, though? That's the more important thing.
Okay.
Yes, you might have to pay, right? Mm-hmm. But are you then going to what you're saying to me, right? I'm going to say to you, right? At that point, are you going to tell your kid, I'm not going to give you that opportunity?
I'm going to just say this. A stud is a stud. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Stud is a stud.
Yes.
Okay. Some studs you pay for, some studs got to pay, right? So if you're a stud, it don't matter where you go. You're going to stand out. As long as you put good film together, meaning as long as you play hard, you're coachable, you do what you need to do, I don't care where you play at. You could play in the smallest corner of New Jersey. If you like that, if you that dude, bro, you will get seen. You put it this way. You can have a small school, right? Your kid in a small school, and he's that guy on that team, right?
Okay.
And he got offered to go to Red Bank Catholic. But you as a parent said, you know what, son? We gonna let you play home, let you represent with your friends. You're gonna stay home and play, right?
Yeah.
Now you in a small school. They ain't known, nobody really knows them, right? But you playing against one of the top, you're about to play against one of the top schools. Or it don't have to be a top school. You're about to play a school that kids go to college, big name colleges from that school that you're about to play.
But now,
whoa. Let me finish. I'm about to get to the point. Let me get to the point.
Okay.
So the point is, right, a college scout could be coming to see a kid from another school, from the other school, not your school.
And then see you.
And see you show out. This is why coaches teach kids your body language, your attitude matters. Why? Because you never know who's in the stands. You never know. A coach don't got to know you. But if they came to a game to see you, and then they see me show out, who do you think they sending a letter to next week?
I don't think it to be sending a letter out. But I think it would be.
It don't mean.
I think it would mean that, hey, you want to know what? This kid is speaking my interest. He's piquing my interest, and then it would lead to more visits.
Yes, but I don't want you to misunderstand a letter. When I say a letter, just a letter to say, hey, we noticed you, or hey, this is Tennessee, and we just showing you things about their school. Okay. It doesn't. When I say a letter, it doesn't mean they're sending you a letter of a scholarship, a letter of intent. No,
I'm not Mr. Hall.
Just showing.
I'm not
interest.
Mr. Hall of Fame.
I'm just telling you because a lot of schools showed interest. Schools show interest by just sending you a welcome letter about their program. Okay. That's it. So when I say a letter, that's what I mean.
Okay, I got you.
Just something to show you that they got eyes on you. They saw you.
Okay. But now, like you said, though, right? Now with the, say, like in your example, Red Bank Catholic, right? Mm-hmm.
And that's just the type of school, first school that came to my brain. Yeah.
But now, where do you think? Now, for instance, right? Or do you feel that if you play for, say, like a Red Bank Catholic, to your example, right? Mm-hmm. Are you gonna have, because let's say more in this like a premier school, say, right? Mm-hmm. At that point, don't you feel that you have more opportunities of people watching as opposed to the smaller school where you only have people come out when you play in a big team? And then on top of that, right, what about those smaller schools where they don't have a schedule where they play all these great teams?
Okay, listen. I get you. I get what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter where you perform at. If you performing, they're gonna see you. Yes, going to a school like that, you have a higher chance of getting looked at by top quality schools.
All right.
But just because you go to a small school don't mean that a big top school can't see you.
Oh no.
Or won't see you.
Absolutely. But it's what's the percentage that it's happening now?
Well, the kids and the parents is kind of taking that away now, because everybody's running to these private schools, Catholic schools. So they kind of taking that away from seeing what happens. But you still get schools like Elizabeth, Piscataway, New Brunswick that still send kids to D1. These public schools are still sending kids to D1 schools.
Now, just for the sake of it, right? Like, now, do you feel, because this is a topic that I wanted to touch on, but it's just the way we were talking, it kind of gave me a spin to that, right?
Okay.
When you were talking about the kids not getting the reps at Red Bank Catholic, right?
Right.
At that point, that's why I've been stressing to my son and, well, my children, that you have to understand that, yes, like, for instance, Mason wants to, have, he wants to go to college, play football, go to the NFL. I understand. That's what happens when you're a kid. It's beautiful to have that dream.
It's a dream.
It's a dream. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. I'm happy he thinks that he's got it. But then this is why I stress the importance of school. You know what I mean?
Student athlete.
Because at the end of the day, you have to understand that sports are not forever. You need to be more open-minded to that. Because, even if you did make it to the NFL, how many years do you think you have?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like understanding that it's brand, it's, backup plans, education. Like I know you're big on it because I've talked to you where we've had situations like where I explained to you what happened with Mason.
That's right.
And
I supported you 100%.
Yeah.
I let him
like,
know.
if the grades are not there, he's got to go.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the education will lead you to other opportunities that say sports can't. Sports will open up a million opportunities,
right?
But there's always like 2 million. You know what I mean? So I see what you're saying, but like at the end of the day, are you going to deny your kid that opportunity to go to that school? At least or would you be open to say, hey, look, we'll do it, right? And then if he's not getting the reps, at that point, do you be like, hey, look, at what point do you say like, hey, I'm okay with sending you here because for the opportunity, but is it like, hey, I'm only going to do 2 years?
You asking the wrong dude that question, and I'm going to tell you why. Because if my son decides, he makes that decision that that's what he want to do, ain't no flipping flopping. So if you decide and tell me, Dad, this is what I really want to do, and I say, all right, you sure this is what you want to do? Ain't no going back. Ain't no switching. You make this bed, you're gonna have to lay in it. So if you making this decision, you're gonna have to live with this decision. So if my son makes that decision, that's it. So whether he's getting the playing time, whether he's getting the reps, he's gonna have to work. I'm gonna be on him to keep working harder and harder. I'm gonna try to get him to push himself out of where he is to get him up higher. And that's the goodness to have in me as a dad, because I understand what it takes, and I'm going to push him outside of what he does at his practices. Okay. And, outside of that, I'm going to push him to a certain point to where he overcomes what he needs to overcome.
So now, are you 100% against the whole fact of kids leaving town to go play for these other teams, or is it like, I don't think you're 100% against it?
I'm not 100% against it. Don't get me, again, I don't want nobody to misunderstand me, right?
Yeah.
If your kid is getting a free ride, then by all means, take it. That's why I'm not 100% against it, because look, if you're a stud, you're a stud, and I don't knock any team or coach that recognize your talent and shows interest in you. Yo, that's amazing. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Again, I salute you for that, right? But what I don't salute is the parents who forces their kid or chooses for their kid, oh, you're going here. And I don't like the fact that they try to make it about the education. It's not about the education. You want your son to go there for football or sports purposes, and you want them to go there for that. Because if that was the case, if you want to go to private school, why did you wait for them to get to high school to decide to put them in private school?
Yeah.
So don't give me that, oh, it's the education. That's BS. And I'm calling BS on any parent who try to tell me that, I'm sending him there. If that was the case, right? If you wanted him to be in private school, why did you let him go through public school all through his youth, and now you want to put him in private school? That don't make sense. Okay? So,
Well, I mean, in defense again, some kids don't hit growth spurts until later in life. You know what I mean? So,
what growth spurt got to do with them going?
yeah, well, hey, I mean, Mason was, as a baby and as a kid, he was a little chubby dude. Now look at him. He's he just came up to me yesterday, and he's taller than me now.
Okay, so because of his size, you're going to want to take him to Red Bank Catholic?
I mean, if that's what he wanted to do.
You know your son. Do you honestly believe he would make it at Red Bank Catholic?
I didn't even know Red Bank Catholic was a thing until just now.
No, but there's other Catholic schools. I'm just saying. That was the first one that came to my head.
Yeah. But I mean,
you got SJV.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If they approached and they were like, hey, we want him here.
Okay.
Hey, we think he could be a fit for our program.
Okay.
Yes, you're going to have to pay. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if to the point that they saw something in my son, mm-hmm. I'm going to do what I have to. If he goes, hey, yeah, I want to go there, then I'm going to have to suck it up. I'm going to always, the way I was brought up, my mother and father made sure I never went without. Mm-hmm. They always gave me the best opportunities. So at that point, I in turn am going to do the same thing for my kids.
I get that. I 100% understand what you're saying, right? Don't misunderstand me what I'm about to say. But if Red Bank came and talked to you, right? Yeah. SJV came and talked to you, right?
Yeah.
Not Saraville, where you at? Where we at?
Old Bridge, yeah.
Old Bridge came and talked to you. They all pretty much said the same thing. What you gonna do then?
So Old Bridge, SJV,
and Red Bank,
right? And they're saying, hey, well, I mean, Old Bridge is a free ride regardless. Mm-hmm. So it'd be SJV, which is paid for. Mm-hmm. You got to pay.
You got to pay.
And then Red Bank,
you got to pay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I got to, with the exception of Old Bridge, I got to pay. So at that point, but if he tells me, I know SJV has a decent program, mm-hmm. but I'm assuming, because I know actually one of the coaches at SJV.
Okay.
Craig, my guy. I used to work with him at Grand Marquis.
Okay.
One of his kids he posted a newspaper article about his kid, something about moving up and everything like that. Okay. He's actually one of the guys that, and I said this to him, I go, he's actually one of the guys that got me very passionate about the importance of youth sports. Okay. So I got to shout out my guy, Craig. But at that point, if I know he was going to end up with a coach like Craig, SJV.
Okay.
The way he is reminds me of you.
Okay.
He actually cares about his kids.
Okay.
What is it? I remember
coaching matters too. So
yeah, when I went into the Army, right? I did my basic and AIT, and then I came home and I opted to take the time because Mason was born, mm-hmm. and then they gave me the option for an extra 2 weeks if I did hometown recruiting.
Okay.
And then he was there just doing volunteer stuff, you know what I mean, for the school and stuff like that. He's a fucking awesome guy, you know what I mean? So I mean, at that point, knowing that he would have a coach like that at SJV, I'm sending him to SJV.
I get it.
Because at least at that point, I know he's going to be with a coach that's gonna
look out.
Look out.
Make sure his
Make
best
sure-
interests are in
Yeah,
at hand.
like I know for a fact that he's gonna make sure he's on the right path.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
And
So-
again, when it comes to picking and doing stuff like that, what coaches there?
Matter.
All that matters.
All that matters.
All that matters.
All that
Even when it comes to going to a public school, if a parent ain't feeling that coach, a lot of times the parent's gonna pull that kid. You know, that kid.
That's the importance of the coach, because
Yeah.
the coach can make or break
Yeah, that
your
decision,
kid's whole
that
motivation for the sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's crazy. It's like this. It's like I am entrusting my kid with you, that you're not gonna be a dickhead, and you're gonna do what's best for my kid.
Well,
I'm going in blind faith.
we all hope that that we send our kid to somebody that's not going to be a jerk to our kid. But I've known a few kids, man, that went to these private schools and it didn't turn out, it didn't start, and it ain't finished the way they ever thought it would. And what's crazy is I believe if some of these kids would have stayed home at their local town where they're from, they would have been more of an asset to their home team than going away to a private school. I feel like these kids miss out on opportunities. Listen, every kid ain't going to the NFL. You know the percentage rate?
Was it like
1.1%?
Yeah, it's less than 1%.
0.1%.
Yeah.
Okay? Make it to the NFL. Make it to a big D1 school. And not just making it to a big D1 school. Because, yeah, you can get on the team.
Yeah.
But if you never play, you going to really walk around saying, I went to Ohio State and never got a snap? Yeah, I was on the team for 4 years. Oh, what's your name? What's your number? You only see the roster. When it show how many years, it show all 4 years, right? Games played, 0. You happy about that?
Obviously not.
Right. But if you'd have went to a smaller school where you could have showcased what you had instead of trying to go to a team they have too much talent there.
But see, that's the other thing. Like you said, like when you reference the Ohio State, right? That then goes into the point of if football doesn't work out for you,
you got to be good in that classroom, but you got to be good there first. And that starts with youth.
But what I'm saying is that you are more inclined to get certain positions in certain business categories because of the school you went to.
Because you went to Ohio State?
Yeah. Not just Ohio State, but like when you apply for jobs in like these positions in like marketing or whatever, they look at what school you went to.
Well, let's not get it messed up. Ivy League trumps everybody. Okay? So you go to Princeton and a dude go to Ohio State, who you think they looking at?
Depending on the job.
A business job.
No, I mean
they looking at the Princeton dude.
Yeah.
Okay? So again, that matters too, to an extent.
Yeah.
To an extent.
I mean, like, is it really that bad if you went to, say, Ohio State and you didn't play that much, but then look at granted, if you were smart and you actually got a good degree in something that is useful, that will make you stand out over other people who didn't get a chance to go to Ohio State.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not like, I know you're not 100% against it, but you know what I mean? Like, you're looking at it from your point of view, I'm looking at it from my point of view.
Nah, absolutely. And look, we both entitled to our opinions.
So what's our Mortal Kombat like things where it's like this? We're like Mortal Kombat?
No.
No? Okay, fair enough.
No.
White people shit.
No.
Right, fair enough.
Because I'm hitting you with the scorpion. Get over here!
Noob Saibot's my guy, though.
But, no, seriously. Look, if you are getting... Only kid that should be leaving this city is because a private school or a Catholic school is paying your tuition. If they're not paying your tuition, go rock out where you're from, your hometown. You should have one. First of all, you should want to play for your town. And this is the difference with this is what I wanted to compare old school versus new school.
Okay.
Is the new school don't got that home pride. They don't got that city pride. We grew up with pride. We grew up wanting to play for our town. When I grew up, you want to know what kids were going to different schools outside of their town? You want to know what sport? It wasn't football. It was basketball. St. Anthony's, St. Pat's and Elizabeth. What's the school in Jersey? The St. Anthony's in Jersey City.
Oh, what is it?
But all these schools, all the Catholic schools. It was basketball when I was coming up. Mm-hmm. Kids were leaving our city, leaving Elizabeth to go to Catholic schools for basketball. It wasn't even football. It wasn't football. It was basketball. And now it's both now. Excuse me, it's both, which is crazy. That pride, towns need to get that pride back, and it starts building that pride in the youth program. And the hometown, like Saraville is doing, which they just started doing the last 2 years.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Which their high school is now being more involved with the youth program, which is excellent. Not only for that, right? So I'll be the head coach of 12U this year coming.
Okay.
I will have 5 high school coaches on my staff, including myself.
That's dope.
5.
That's dope.
You want to talk about a transformation? You want to talk about a buy-in, a belief? That's where you started. You started in the youth. That's how you get your kids to want to go. Now, they're at 12. They got their 12U and their 14U year to play youth. Where they go after that? High school.
Yeah.
Who you think they're going to be happy to go play for?
The coach that was with them.
Them coaches that were in youth with them. Who they build their relationship with. Yeah. Who's taught them. Who's trained them.
That's great.
That's how you keep your kids home.
Shows the kids that you give a shit.
That too. And if you get one of those kids to go somewhere else, okay. One loss is you don't want it, but okay.
Yeah.
But if you can get majority to stay home, that's a beautiful thing.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. So I appreciate what Saraville has done, Coach Poor and his coaching staff. I'm happy they brought me on. I'm looking forward to asking Coach Poor to be on our show, the head varsity coach, to come and chat with us. But I'm super happy that they're very in touch and involved with the youth program now.
Didn't you tell me something about where now that they are like waiving fees for youth sports?
Yes, Saraville youth sports are now free.
That right there, that's amazing.
Super amazing.
You know what I mean? Like
super amazing.
Because I know, like, and mind you, I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
So then paying for both kids to go?
Yeah.
Shit. Hey, we're gonna have to take a real quick pause. Hey Google, turn on the lights in the living room.
What happened?
I don't know. This light was on, and then it wasn't on.
Yeah.
And then I was like looking at you. I'm like, it's dark in here. I was like, what the shit? All right, sorry about that. But yeah, I want them to see your beautiful face.
Yeah. But
yeah. So what actually happened to that? Like, what came about it to the point where they were like, hey, we're just gonna,
This is something that the mayor, the city, voted on. The youth program really had nothing to do with it. This was come down from the city. I don't know all the ins and outs. I was on the board for the youth program, but I had kind of stepped down. I found out I was a diabetic at the time, and I couldn't make the meetings and certain things. Yeah. So I just stepped away from that part until I got myself, back together and able to move around and do the things I wanted to do. So I may rejoin or ask to get back on, but I'm doing my part from the coaching aspect.
No, but I think that's awesome. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like me, I'm a dad, and up until I found my beautiful wife that is so loving and caring, and
she is beautiful, might I add. She has a beautiful wife.
See,
very lovely. I love her. She very sweet. Very sweet.
My little brown baddie.
He said it. Don't come for me.
She loves that. She loves that. But that's amazing though. You know what I mean? It's all like up until she came into my life. I was a single dad. Taking care of everything myself, and I wanted to be able to put my kids in these sports, but it's like, these registration fees are crazy.
Yeah.
Like I registered my other son, Maddox, for soccer, and it was like, it's like a couple $100. And I was like, dude, the kid gets a shirt and socks.
Yeah, man.
I was like, what? And then they want you to do a work bond. I was like, what are we talking about? I mean, the only thing I will say about that with the soccer with Maddox, with Old Bridge Rec, is that at least I'm not driving everywhere. It's at the same place every Saturday. So I was like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's that. But I was like, dude, like these fees, and then for these families, like, that have more than one kid, like you're dropping like throughout the year, you're dropping like $4,000.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Look, I'm very happy my son's in high school now. I mean, we still got to kick out a little money for things, but it's not as much.
Bad.
It's not as much, and it's not as strenuous as youth is. But being a coach and youth, some things I didn't have to pay for. A lot of things I had to pay for, but I didn't have to pay like the same as everybody else.
Yeah.
Which was okay. But not when we had to pay full price, and I still am doing all this coaching.
Yeah.
And people looking at me sideways like I was saying something wrong, but I'm like, they were asking for work bond checks. Like, we were paying, and then one year I asked to get waived. They waived me. Second year,
wait, you were coaching, and then they were still asking you for a work bond?
Yeah.
Where was that at?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say. It's just
that's wild work. That's wild work.
And I went off about it, and
how are you gonna sit there and say you got to coach the team, and then you still got to pay a work bond?
Well, it wasn't that. So they wanted a check, but I said, that doesn't mean. I said, first of all, y'all collecting extra paperwork for nothing. I'm coaching. My hours in coaching, I'll be done in the first week of practice with my work bond hours if we going off of that. Are y'all serious? So I felt like it was an insult. That's why I said something, because I'm a coach. I'm not just a coach. I'm the head coach. Like, my time.
That's wild.
I'm working when I'm not down here.
What? Was it like from the Teen Mom too? It's like, hey, excuse me, Seon, we need your check. We need Seon. This is the second time I've come to you. Where's your check?
Bro, when they came to me the first time, I told them straight up. I said, it's ridiculous to ask me for a work bond check. Straight up. I said, I'm not giving no work bond check.
I don't mind doing the work bond check, but it shouldn't be for no way.
But
it's crazy how much they're asking for.
You're making me waste a check. I'm wasting a check for something you can rip up in a week. You can literally rip my check in 1 week. The first week, you can literally rip my check. Why? Because my 10 hours or 8 hours is already up after the first 4 practices. So why would you even bother me for a work? And this off subject a little bit, but youth programs, when you got good coaches, you got to show some appreciation. And a coach like me, I'm not going to ask about it. I'm going to tell you about yourself when I feel like you're treating me a certain way, when I give my all. And I'm developing kids. I'm not just out here coaching, letting them go 11 on 11, running a couple plays.
Well, now you're an asshole. Why are you doing that? Oh, you're doing something you're supposed to be doing? You want special treatment for doing what you're supposed to be doing?
That's the line. Damn. That is the line. Right there.
I know.
Damn, he wasn't even there, and that's the line I got hit with. You want a pat on the back for something you volunteered to do or you agreed to do? Listen, it's
One
not
of
that
the
I
funniest
want
wrestlers.
It's not that
one of the funniest wrestlers, Barry Horowitz. Pat yourself on the back. Remember that?
All I'm saying is show some appreciation to your good coaches, because you can go through every program. All they coaches ain't good coaches.
Nah, but that gets into the whole soft thing, because it's all like you're gonna have the good coaches and they're praising the good coaches, and then you get
it's not that you
then
no,
you get, no, but then you're gonna get no.
I'm not saying praise them. I'm just saying do little things as far as that.
But then
like,
you
don't
get
harass a coach
then you're
for
gonna
a
get
work bond check.
Then you're gonna get the shitty coach who goes, Seon gets a free pretzel at the convenience stand. What? I don't get a free pretzel.
You're not saying.
It's like, you suck.
If your coaching skills is on his level, you can get a free pretzel too. I'm just saying, like, be realistic. Be realistic.
Can a brother get a Snicker? Man, like, go. Seon gets a.
If you gonna throw my name in your mouth, bro, you better come correct. That's all I'm saying.
Seon gets a cream soda. I want a cream soda.
Listen. Hey, he runs camps. See, but and this is the thing too. Sometimes you got to put a person in their place. If a person that doesn't do half of what Seon does, then you gotta put that. Don't be afraid to put that person in his place. Like, hey, he runs camps. He runs clinics. He's a head coach. He gives a lot of time. So this is why he gets this. If you can start participating and doing X, Y, and Z, we have no problem giving you free soda, water.
But see, like,
cupcakes.
Isn't that kind of shitty? Because, like, right? Now, hear me out. Let me rock. So you're volunteering your time to be a coach, right? Mm-hmm. And then you got all these other parents that just pretty much drop their kids off like it's a free babysitter, right?
Yep.
You're volunteering all your time throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
And then they're breaking your balls about that.
Yeah. Got to pay for coach's shirt.
Like,
and oh my God, don't complain about it. Oh, they're trying to make you look bad. And again, like I try to tell them, that's a part of showing your coaches appreciation. We give up a lot of time to do this. And then I'm outside of the realm because guess what? I don't got no skin in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, my kid's not even here.
I don't even got a kid.
I don't even got a kid in the thing, yo. I'm just here because I love doing this thing.
I love coaching.
This is
and
what
I know where. See, this the key. I know good coaching is lacking everywhere, not just in New Jersey. It's lacking everywhere. And if I'm in the city, if I'm in the town, if I live in that city, I live in that town. My son, I'm not from Saraville. My son is from Saraville.
Yeah.
So because he's from here, I will stand up and support this town. And I have for the last 12 years. Well, 9 years of coaching now. Yeah. You know, so I'm Saraville. Until he go to college.
It just blows my mind that you're telling me that you got these places and you're spending like what? What would you say? How many hours would you say you dump?
In a week?
Yeah. Right?
Anywhere. Listen.
What,
if you talking
just football.
I know. But if you talking how many hours of practice I put in a week, and then 2 hours of practice.
Right.
Okay. 5 days, right?
During the
That's
summer.
10 hours.
During the
Just
summer
the summer alone, right? That's 10 hours. But what about the coaches' meetings? What about the brainstorming to prep for practices, games, correct the mistakes, what we gonna work on? All these game planning I'm doing with the staff outside of those 2 hours of practice.
Seon, I need your check. I need your check. Where's your check?
I'm not giving you no check, bro. I'm not giving you no check. And it's not that because I can't give you a check. I think it's stupid. Oh, why are you even bothering me?
I thought it was just over the course of everything. It's like, oh, if you're one of the coaches, you automatically get the waiver. And I thought it was like, oh, if you're coaching, it's like you don't have to pay for your kid. I feel that like if you're coaching, you shouldn't have to pay for your kid.
Listen, you should. I wouldn't say if. Listen, if you're a charging league, you're a charging program, and you got a coach, you should at least adjust some of the payment, if not all of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
like,
so
if you're coaching, you should not have to pay for your kid.
right. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't have to pay completely.
And that's me coming from a parent.
You know, if I charge you, okay, so let's just say this: every other year you should have to pay. So yeah. So look. So you pay 1 year, right? Then the next year, okay, you don't gotta pay. You still a coach. All right, you pay next year. All right, you don't gotta pay. If that's what you want to work out, cool. If you want to cut my payment down to 50%, I'm cool with that too. You know, because look, money. Listen, at the end of the day, it takes money to run any business, any program.
Understandably, but you're sitting there giving all your time. Time is money.
Absolutely.
You're trying, like, oh, I got to worry about paying this stupid registration fee when I'm a coach. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you're trying to bring, and especially if you're a good coach and you're actually winning games and winning, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're bringing positive feedback and positive, like, viewership or whatever the hell you want to call it. But you're bringing that positive eye to the organization. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, that's me coming from a parent. If you're a coach, you shouldn't have to pay for your kid. I mean, I understand getting the jerseys and stuff like that, but like, or the equipment charge, say, because whatever, but you should be waived for your kid should be, as a coach, your kid should be waived for the registration.
And that's speaking from a parent.
That's speaking from a parent.
So,
you know what I mean? I mean, if you're a shitty coach, fine. Yeah, we'll make you pay. Trust me, I've dealt with a lot of those. I dealt with a lot of shit.
So the bad coaches, y'all can pay.
Y'all got to pay. You want to know what? You got to pay for your kid and then the next kid. You got to pay it forward because you're going to fuck somebody's shit up.
Hey, real quick. I do want to interrupt, give a couple shout outs. I did mention Coach Poor, but there's a few other coaches that I would definitely want to give a little love to, which I saw one of them today. Coach A. Coach A is the man. He's the defensive coordinator for the Saraville Bombers. Great dude. Nice. He was one of the first coaches to come down to my workouts. I had a free camp, and it was a lineman camp, and he would take out of his time, his schedule, and come down and help out, talk to the kids, motivate the kids, show us a couple drills. He interacted. It was great. He didn't. I used to tell him, Coach, anything you want? He said, No. I'm just here. I'm observing. I'm watching. I love what you're doing. You know, I just want to watch. And he, even though he's a high school coach, he didn't come and try to walk over me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or flex. He definitely respected what I was doing. He showed me respect, and I appreciate. That's why he's one of my favorite guys. Because he did something he didn't have to do, and nobody forced it on him. You know, and the kids loved it. They loved seeing him. Put it this way, when he didn't show up, they asked for him. You know, so that's always a good thing, right? Then we got Coach Garcia, who was my offensive coordinator last year. He's awesome. Him and his son, Dom, I love them too. We've been apart, and it seems like I ain't seen my friend in a while. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, Coach Garcia, and Dom, and the missus. Hi, she's a sweetie, but they good people, man, and we got the same vision. And when you lock up with people that sees your vision and can match your vision, you with some good people. You know, so I appreciate you, Coach Garcia, Coach Dan. You know, he another one. He a linebacker coach for the high school. Great dude. His son is also on the team. Rye Pup, what up? Well, his name is Ryan, but they call him Rye Pup.
Rye Pup.
Rye Pup. Yeah, that's
Where'd the
my
pup
boy.
come from?
Because we got at the varsity level, we got
Because he got that dog.
another Ryan. Yeah, that too a little bit. No. We got Rye Dog, and he was Rye Pup.
And then there's my brother Ryan, but we call him Rye Bread.
Rye Bread. Oh, he's soft, huh?
No, he's just, I don't know.
Why the hell y'all call him Rye Bread?
I don't know.
Rye Bread is soft.
It's stuck, man. I don't know. It was a good one. And I was like, yeah. Dude, but who doesn't like... I haven't met a single person that told me they didn't like rye bread. I think that's where more it came.
I mean, I like rye bread.
Who doesn't like rye bread?
I like rye bread.
Like, rye bread's good.
Yeah, give me a little pumpernickel. I like that too.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks I'm weird because I'll be like, at work they be having meetings and they'll get bagels sometimes. I'm like the only one that eats their pumpernickel bagels.
Yeah, give me, I eat that too.
I'll take that shit all day.
I eat that too. It ain't just white people bread. I like that bread too.
White people shit.
But yeah, those are my shout outs for the day, man. Thank you, coaches, and the rest of you coaches. Y'all already know how I feel about you guys. Ski, Ski was Dan. They call him Ski for short. Irv,
is his name
my guy Novak.
Is he like Wazinski or something like that? Is that what it is?
No, his last name, Ski. Don't be mad at me. Karansky.
Oh, yeah. See it? As you said, Karansky.
Yeah, Karansky.
Yeah, it's because a lot of people
have
trouble saying it. They're just gonna call you Ski.
I can see it. Right. I can see him now. God damn it, hell, you blowing my name up. You messing my name up on social media. My bad, Ski. James, don't kill me. He got a big brother. Oh, dude, he a monster. His name James. He a big dude too. But I appreciate everybody in the coaching staff, Dennis, all you guys, man. Y'all all welcomed me in. Last year was my first year as a varsity coach. I was a little, to be honest with you, I was a little in the learning and watching stage last year. Because it was my first year and I came on right before the first week of the game.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff I missed and I didn't get to do and be there for. So I was so happy to make it on. I was able to be on the staff. But I think this year I'm gonna have more of an input and I'm gonna be, voice my opinion a little more because I'm gonna be starting out in the summertime.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it this year because I know that I held back last year, and I held back because of my start. Okay. And I didn't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and again, guys, I appreciate everybody. Everybody was solid to me, except for one person. You know who you are. I'm not going to say his name.
Yeah. Didn't you say your sister makes, like, sweatshirts and stuff?
Yes.
Because I showed you my
YOLOs!
You see him I showed you the sweatshirt I wanted to make, right?
No. After this, you got to show me. Yeah.
Because,
all we got to do is send a picture of it to her and she'll get it done.
Because one of my favorite things to say is I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because, I was always raised up properly.
Right.
I instill manners in my kids.
Right.
So, on the front, it's going to say, I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. And then on the back, it's going to be like one of those, motivational things. It's going to be like, if you chose to get up today, and if you chose to get up today, I appreciate you. Mm. Right? And then but then it's going to go down and it's going to say, unless you're that one person. You know who you are. And then I'm going to end it off with stay petty.
Yeah, you got to show me this.
Yeah, you got to show me this. Yeah. I'm so petty. It's ridiculous.
Jeez. All right, so where we heading to now?
All right. So, since we all talk about all this coaching stuff and we talk about old school versus new school, right? Mm-hmm. So, my question to you is, right, why is it, for the sake of football, since we've been talking heavy on football today, right? I remember back in the day, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like the drill.
Oklahoma?
No. You sit in a big circle. Everybody be in a circle.
Ring of fire?
Yeah, I guess so. And it's all like...
Where everybody in the circle, a coach call out one guy in the middle, another guy
I'm like, why are we not doing this?
That's the ring of fire.
Why are we not doing this no more?
Because
Everybody's soft now, but I feel like, hey, it's because you didn't have to go through all this.
Nah, man, I told you before. It's because of the lack of coaching. Coaches not training kids properly, and they just letting kids run 100 miles an hour at each other and not correcting them. And kids, a lot of kids got concussed. A lot of kids had brain aneurysms when they went home. You know how many kids no, serious. You know how many kids just in the 2000s alone have died on the football field?
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shit serious, bro. And even SJ, 2 years ago, he got a concussion at fucking practice. And I was mad as hell.
What happened?
Well, he had a coach that ain't really a coach. I'm not gonna say his name. Running the lineman.
You know who you are.
Running the lineman and had them going head to head, and their helmets are banging each other. They're going at each other full tilt, but helmets are colliding first. And that's how he had got a concussion. We didn't know until he complained about the headache for 2 days. He complained about his headache for 2 days. And we didn't let him go to practice. Then we took him to the emergency room and found out he had a mild concussion. Yeah, man, I was pissed off because I entrusted in the head coach to make sure this was one of the years that I stepped away from him. Okay. This was his 12U year.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you do 1 year
I do 1 year with
off.
him, 1 year off. So this is the year that I went off from him, and I just know I wasn't a happy father.
So what you're saying is that the quick version is that all these drills that I grew up on, you grew up on, are now deemed unsafe.
Unsafe because of lack of coaching. Coaches is doing Oklahoma, they banned Oklahoma drill, right? And the reason they banned it is because of, again, coaching and the head trauma to kids, the injury. But most of all, coaches they got kids 10 yards apart running full fucking speed. Somebody gonna get hurt. They're not just the distance apart, right? The technique. They're not spending enough time on technique, on how to properly place your head. Now, when we grew up, tackling was your head across the chest. Now,
really?
It's behind. Yes.
Dude,
yes.
When I played, and you're not that much older than me.
I'm 42 going on 43.
Yeah, I'm 41 going on 42.
42, okay.
Well, I mean, maybe it was just with us, but like they always told us that when you go to tackle, you aim for the waist, right? But your head always goes to the side. So you drive in with your shoulders.
Well, you was getting coached wrong too then.
Oh, well, maybe that's why I'm retarded.
Head across. I grew up head across the chest. Now we coach head in the back. So your shoulder is hitting and your head coming across like this.
Okay.
Now it's coached this way.
Oh, hug me. I never felt so safe in my life.
But just those little things, head placement, arm, your lead foot, what foot should be in front.
Okay.
These are things that coaches must take their time. A lot of coaches are impatient. A lot of coaches just eager to see them put on the pad. You know, the coaches is more excited for the kids to get their uniform on so they can start tearing each other up more than the kids are. And that ain't good.
I mean,
coaches, I'm very patient. So we got to do 10 hours of practice before we can put on pads.
Yeah.
And then you got to do 10 hours of practice with pads on before you do a first game.
Oh, yeah.
Me, I'm in no rush to get those pads on. Why? Because I'm teaching the technique part. I'm taking my time. So we do our whole week. By the third day, what we will have on is the helmet. Why? Because the helmet is the one part of the equipment that takes the longest to get used to.
I remember the one time I had a helmet, it didn't fit right. It's just fucking...
Well, the helmet takes a while to adjust,
yeah.
Especially if you haven't had one on for 6-7 months.
Yeah.
Or you're a first timer.
Yeah.
So having it on, your neck got to get a little stronger for holding it up. Again, it's all part of getting used to. So yeah, my first 3 practices, no equipment, no nothing. Then from my 3rd to my 6th practice, only helmet. Then my 7th, 8th practice show uppers, right?
Yeah.
Then the next 2 of that week practice, we in full pads, but we ain't banging yet. Because I still now got to get you comfortable with having all your equipment on.
Yeah.
An irresponsible coach, don't put in the 10 hours. They let their kids come, put on equipment, and they just start tackling. And they looking for the big moment.
You want to know what it is too?
They looking for a kid to crack another kid real hard. And they jumping up and down. Oh, man, you about to get that kid killed. That's not good coaching. It's not good coaching.
I would be a terrible coach. I would be a terrible coach.
Again,
because I'd be like, oh.
And again, and these are telltale signs of dudes trying to live through these kids.
Yeah.
Dudes who are never that dude. Because you can tell if a coach played before by how he coaches, by how he motivates his kids, by the things that he say to his kids. You can tell if he was ever a football player or ever, because it's a dude that be trying to coach like, and we coached together, and I had to be blunt with him a few times, and he ain't like it. But if you're a coach, if you coaching with me and you're giving bad information, I don't have time to wait till you finish giving that information out.
Oh, no.
To correct you. I got to correct you right then and there so that the kids know right then and there that what you said was wrong, and I'm fixing it. He got mad with me because he felt like I was doing it a lot. But you were saying a lot of wrong stuff. Yeah. Yeah. You know,
gotta love it.
I mean, I don't like to embarrass anybody, and that's never my angle. But I can't sit there and let you tell the wrong thing to kids, and I'm standing right there.
Yeah, well, it's because it's like you're making 10 steps progressively in the right direction, and then so you're 10 steps ahead, and then he gives you wrong information, and now you're only at 5.
You know, so we had to have a grown man talk, which we did. You know, and I told him I wasn't trying to be funny to you. I wasn't trying to play you out. I wasn't trying to dish you. I said, but when I even asked him how.
Now you're showing your age. I haven't heard. Oh, I ain't trying to dish you in like 20 years, bro.
Well, he's the older guy. He's my age. He's our age. So he understood exactly what I meant when I said it. So you know,
your aura is all off right now.
Shut up, Rory. Yo, you're a jerk, yo. We had our hour.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. Like 7:30. We got a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
I know it's getting late. We started late today, though.
We started real late today, yo.
Late, you know.
But that's life, though. You know, we ain't gonna never always be on time.
No. You know, we just came in today for this week. You know, we're gonna upload some
shorts.
So, you know, we're gonna call it the warm up, and it's just gonna be like a little bit of a kind of like how we come in and talk about stuff, about what we're gonna talk about for the day, and just the conversations that we have, just to see, so you can see the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we just want to be, like I said, we want to be open. We want to bridge gaps. You know what I mean? The more that we share with you guys, the more you kind of figure out and see how things really are.
Yep.
You know, so that's really what it comes down to. But I mean, yeah, we're about at the hour. We were told to try to keep it as close to an hour as possible, just for the sake of everything. So, you know, you want to roll it out?
I mean, we could roll it out. We could go a few more minutes. You know, my thing is we have a good time when we get together.
Dude, I know that.
You know, so we like two girls. You know, we chatty.
Hey.
No, pause.
No, pause.
Yeah.
King,
hey.
Come here, King. There's our third seat. There he is. He's been missing all day. He
ain't want no spotlight today.
He's been missing today. That's my boy.
We had a talk. Me and King, I told him, yo, bro.
That's my man.
Don't be playing by my ear today.
That's my man.
You understood the job today, buddy. Good job. Good job.
It's because I'm sitting right here. so he can't
He
get.
can't get in the middle. Yeah, he can't come. Yeah, yeah.
He's boo loving on you.
Yeah, he was. You know.
King, say hi. Say hi, King. Say hi. Over there. Ruff, ruff,
It reminded me of that. Could you ever see the TikToks where the people bark at their dog and the dog look right at them? That's what he just did.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap it up. Call it a night. You know, it's already 7:30. Coach got to go home. You know,
man.
You know, dinner and everything like that. So, hey, we love you guys.
Appreciate you all. Please don't forget. Don't forget. Y'all got to do these three things.
Share, comment,
and
all that stuff. Come on. Help us out. We're trying to be your soon-to-be favorite podcast for youth sports and kids information.
Oh, we can't forget to tell them, though.
Talk to them.
Yeah, we can't forget to tell them.
Tell them what?
We having guests on.
Oh, yes, we are. We're still in the talks of it, but I would like to have SJ,
my son,
as our first guest. I think it would be another interesting point that'll tie in. So we'll have the parent, the kid, and the coach. Mm-hmm. And I think that would be a great topic. And then we're working up a whole bunch of questions for a great interview. Mm-hmm. And we're hoping that SJ will be our first guest.
Oh, and he will. He already agreed.
Oh, he already agreed? Yeah.
He already agreed.
He did kind of tell me he was like looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, he is.
I was like, oh, you going to be on? He's like, yeah.
Yeah. No, I talked to him. He thought he was coming today. And I was like, nah, we're going to put the questions down. I'm going to interview you a little bit at home, get you comfortable.
I got the stuff in the book.
Nice.
I had some other questions that I wrote down today. So we're going to start taking on guests. We're going to try to do maybe at least like 1 or 2 a month, you know, if we can. So, you know, we're going to just take it from there, see how it goes, and then, you know, whatever.
Yep. And then we got a parent that's going to come in soon.
Your friend, right?
Yeah, and we were supposed to call him tonight.
Oh, shit. Yeah, well, I mean, we started a little late today.
You want to call him on camera?
No, we can call him later.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll call him when we hang up.
We'll call him.
I'm sorry. My bad, bro. Bro.
Yeah, you know.
SJ messed me up today because he got out of track practice at 4:30, and I didn't get here till almost 5, and completely forgot to call you. So
it totally slipped me.
I got you, bro.
You told me too, and I was like, I got the
I got
the memory of a goldfish.
I totally completely forgot. It just rung a bell right as we was closing out.
Yeah.
So,
but hey, tune in next week. We'll be releasing clips and everything like that.
Going down on Sunday, folks. Sunday is our day. Sunday at noon, we drop.
Hey.